So it's taken me a little while to sort of build up the confidence and courage to sort of tell horror stories from nursing. Now, these are not going to be your run-of-the-mill horror stories. Everybody already knows, or should already know, if they become a nurse, that you're going to see boo-boos, you're going to see death, you're going to see things that most populations don't see. My horror stories are going to be a little different. Sort of things that sort of make you step back and be like, wow, that's terrible. With that being said, I'm going to do my very absolute best to protect things such as HIPAA and really any legalities, things like that. So the stories may be a little bit vague at times. With that being said, let me tell you, in my opinion, the worst horror story in nursing that I experience. Now, like I said, it's not going to be death, dying, bloody, gory, anything like that. Because, in fact, everybody in this story actually lives, or at least through the rest of the story. So, let me set the stage for you. For whatever reason, I am up front at a hospital. When I worked at this hospital, I had one child. She was very young at the time, so I was sort of a brand new father. We had a mall across the road from the hospital. We were not a pediatric hospital, but there was a mall across the road, and at times we would get children into the hospital for various reasons. We had what we called mall arm. Mall arm is essentially when a child runs away and you yank them back towards you and pull something out, elbow or shoulder. So to protect the identity of this child, I'm just going to name them Hrothgar. Hrothgar could be boy, Hrothgar could be girl, but Hrothgar is the name of this child. So Hrothgar comes in after having the mall arm sort of performed with their father, or dad, I assume. Come in, dad tries to check in Hrothgar. Well, the question comes to Hrothgar's birthday. Dad doesn't know Hrothgar's birthday. Hrothgar appears to be anywhere from the age of 4 to 5. Still young, good speech, not very happy at this time because they just had mall arm performed. And Dad is sort of visibly shaken, clearly so. And the check-in lady, check-in person, asked Dad for birthday of Hrothgar. Dad's like, shoot, I don't know Hrothgar's birthday. This began to give me a little bit of a head scratcher. Again, this is not my normal place. I'm not normally at the front, but for whatever reason I'm there. And all of a sudden, a woman and another child come in behind Dad. And I'm assuming this is Mom. The dad asked the woman, what's Hrothgar's birthday? She says, I don't know. I don't know how long that these people had actually been together for. She says, I don't know. And then the woman bends down to Hrothgar and says, baby, when's your birthday? To which the child then begins to scream and cry a little more. Sort of a silent tear at the beginning, but when the woman begins to talk to the child, it gets more visibly upset. The child gets more visibly upset. Woman, not Mom, is like, I don't know. You're going to have to call Mom. And so check-in then says, okay, well, maybe we can, if the child is in the system, we can look it up this way. What's the child's middle name? Dad then sort of ponders. Shoot, what is Hrothgar's middle name? Oh, here I am, a father of however many month old, not a year old at this moment in time, so not an old father, brand new father, seeing this happen. Dad doesn't know birthday. Dad doesn't know middle name of his own child. The woman he's with is doing her very best to comfort the mall arm child, Hrothgar, and the other child who is now in the situation, unharmed. The woman's doing her very best and clearly is not Mom. I'm looking at this and watching this unfold and thinking, oh my gracious. This is this child's parents. And to be quite honest, like it hurt me the inside to watch this happen. I was pretty like deeply affected as a brand new father watching this happen. Like, oh, how do you not know any of this information? Yeah, I could not fathom this, and this is this child's father. I was not prepared sort of for the tailspin that I myself was going to be like, well, I'm really hurt for this child. Like, not only did they just get their mall arm performed, your father doesn't know your birthday or your middle name. Oh my gracious, and this is happening to children everywhere. I was deeply affected. It was a terrible horror story for me to sort of witness. I mean, my child now, that child that I had at that time is now about to turn 12, so this was that many years ago. Rothgar is now probably a teenager. What happened to this child? Like, I hope, and I know, I am already aware that the front end staff was calling people. They were already typing in the little keywords in the thing to let's go ahead and get someone involved. Child did get seen. I will say that. They did not turn the child away because they didn't know birthday or full name. They didn't do that. Child did get seen, but it was still very devastating for me to watch this. Like, oh, how do you not know your basics for your own child? Now, it did sound like I did hear something like, it's my weekend, I'm not calling her, or something of that effect when the mother's name came up. I would like to think that mother did get notified. Probably did happen. Probably happened that day. And I would also like to think that mother is doing a better job than father was doing. But still, that one, like, it shook me. I was brand new to this. That one shook me a little bit. I was like, dang, that really isn't fun. Since then, I've had 2 more children, 3 total. I have done my absolute very best anytime anyone asks me full names of my children or birthdays of my children to spit them out immediately because of this incident. I know my children's birthdays and I have their social security cards and all of these things in case any of that information is ever needed after this event. Whew, it was a tough one. And I know y'all are probably like, oh, well, that wasn't really that bad. That wasn't that tough. It was for me. And I don't know why, but it was for me. Hope it helps. Thank you much.